Got on a little Annie. Torques out of it. Go in. Do it for the vine. Oh! It's time for another challenge. This time I'm in Dorr, Michigan at their township park here because of two reasons, really. The first is I think I could honestly play well here with just a putter. And two, I'm actually hosting a tournament here on April 12th. So you guys can get signed up if you are interested. Be sure to check that out. It's going to be a blast out here. It is the final challenge of the Disc Golf Challenge series before they start looping challenges again. So those challenges that happened back in January and February where the temperature weren't so great and we had ice and snow all over the place, you get another crack at that if you tried it back then in some nicer weather now as we get into the spring and summer. And for this last challenge, it will be putters only, which is speed 4 or lower. And I can't think of a better disc to try out than the brand new Ricky Protos. I've done a little field work with them already. It honestly might be the best disc in my bag in 2025 once it becomes PGA legal for tournaments. I am super excited. It's wind resistant, it's torque resistant, and if you haven't tried one yet, hopefully today convinces you of that. But not only is this going to be a putter only challenge, it's going to be a Ricky Proto only challenge. So I'm really excited about this putter. I want to try it out. This is a great course for me to do it at. You get to see a little bit of how the wind interacts. You get to see the course because of the tournament I'm hosting. And hopefully I can convince you to come out, check out this course. If you haven't been around in a while, they've redesigned it, and these things are awesome. Sidewalk, left OB, the walking path, wooden sidewalk on the river's edge is also OB to the edge of the wood planks there. Yep, little headwind, no problem. Got myself a 15-footer. I've been doing a lot of filming with my phone recently, so I apologize if I'm not saying out the distances. They're right here though, you can see that. This course can be gnarly in the wind. Played here in an event, the last event that was here, I think of 2, maybe 3 years ago now. And the winds were ripping, so it made the course play very difficult, even in the short open holes, because things got pushed and putting was difficult. And while these Proto discs are a little wind resistant, my phone doesn't always act that way. Sometimes it gets pushed over, so we're trying to keep it level today. I think this one's my favorite. I just love that it has like all the colors involved with it. I'll try to show you all of them over the course of the video, or take a moment to do that. Hole 2, a little too far for me to be able to reach with this disc in particular, but gives us a good chance to see how far we can get it to rip. Little nose up. Wow. Goes a lot farther than you think sometimes. This course has a world average of 2 over par, which means in order for me to get a gold at this course, I will have to shoot 13 under. In its older layout, when I played in that tournament years ago, I shot a 45. So I'm going to have to shoot, I don't even know, because plus 2 pars changed, because now we have par 4s. The last time I played out here was a 45, which would be 12 under. And in order to get a gold out here, I need to shoot a 13. So I got to shoot PR with a putter on a course that's added some par 4s. No biggie. It's just one of those holes where a 3 is just going to be as good as it's going to get. So we just a little chip up, Anheuser putt, try to get close to the basket. Yeah. Gosh, it's a fun disc to chuck. This course has been notoriously known as being a little chip and putt course with lots of wind that often makes this course a little trickier. As you can see, even today with just a light breeze, this course still has some ripping winds compared to most because there's not very many trees in the way, especially once we get out into the field and the backside. However, they've redesigned several holes out here, so now we have 2 true par 4s out here, including a tweener hole that's reachable for bigger arms, and some of the holes have been tweaked, and so there now is a true forehand hole, and some of the chip and putt holes that they left are the ones with dangerous water around them. Overall, I really like the redesign, and I want to make sure everyone in the community understands that this course is improving and getting this tournament out here so that people have an opportunity to play it and see the new design is something I really think would be cool. So that's why I'm doing that with Great Lakes Discs, actually. They're gonna help me out and host the event. Here's another one I got picked up. Isn't that just pretty? Look at that purple, the swirls, the pinks. Looks great. There's no Mando, but there's an obvious direction to go. Creek playing OB, so don't land in that. I'm gonna just try to let this go flat. Hopefully it fights the wind, finishes flat. I got a bit of a headwind right now. Maybe 5 to 10, probably closer to 5. Got a little Annie. Torques out of it, go in. Do it for the vine. Oh, that'd have been cool. Look at this shot, by the way. Just so good. We're gonna go back to that disc I threw on hole 2. It's the oldest one I've had, and I've roughed it up a little bit on some roads and stuff. So it's a little straighter. I don't think I can reach there. I would normally throw a max distance driver, but I want to make sure I'm well past this little tree that's in the fairway. Oh, way too nose up, but way past the tree. That's really, really good for position-wise. Oh no, not way past it. Hit the top of the tree. So it's interesting to watch this disc evolve a little bit, even in its base putter plastic, as I wear a couple of them in a little more aggressively than others. Because if they do put this in another plastic, a more premium plastic, I'm interested to see what it would look like over time with wear. Some discs wearing really, really well, some discs not so much. So far from what I can tell, this is it. This is the good one. This hole does have out of bounds on it. On the left here, there's a private property. And on the right side, they've planted all sorts of baby pine trees, which, I mean, as these grow in 15 years, this may be the best like course in the area in terms of just like beginner and intermediate players having fun out here. It's gonna narrow up some fairways. This course is gonna be beautiful. But like these additions are great additions. I can't tell if this thing's dead or not. They might need to replace that one. You're gonna have to forgive me. You're gonna have to forgive me. Threw everything, realized I wasn't filming. Approach shot, tailwind. Oh, that's super low. That's my punishment for not having the camera filming. Now I got a longer putt than I did. That's the one I threw earlier, but this one turned out pretty good too. Normally I'm not super excited for throwing it a crosswind. Right now it's right to left, but I get to test this puppy out some more, so I'm down with it. Boom, red boy, red with swirls. This one's very pretty. OB left with the fence, so I gotta let this hang out extra wide. Woo, I kind of yanked it a little bit. Left the plate exposed though. Go in. Ooh. Oh, that wanted to pop out. No, no, no. You stay in the basket. Now you might get this point in the video and go, Zach, didn't you say this course got redesigned a little bit? The course has been the exact same so far. What are you talking about? Well, that's because those ones haven't been touched so far. This is the newest adjustment. The first real par 4, not only because I'm throwing a putter, but because the distance is huge. And we have a ripping headwind, which means I get to practice this Proto, the flippiest one, only because I've beaten it to heck. I've been throwing on pavement stuff. And see what it looks like with some headwind. Oh yeah, that headwind definitely got it. This is insane. I felt like this drive was okay. Looking up, I didn't go anywhere near the basket. I'm not nowhere near half. I threw in the most beat-in one now. I'm gonna throw the more stable one. See if I can get a little more distance out of it. Oh, that was really, really well thrown. Okay, yeah. Little pitch and putt, or pitch up and down from there, I hope. All right, I'm not mad about this. In 2. Definitely thought I would have a couple 4s with some of the distances. The headwind just killed me on this one. Need to get this one close. It's just so easy. All right. What was that, 5 holes? 5 holes now? I think I'm sitting at 2 under, according to course par. Here is another new hole for the course. Really love this design. You can either go up the gut. It tempts you into going for that line. You shouldn't. There is a creek running it. For the tournament, I'm going to host it as in the creek or over right. So kicks to the right are also OB. But really, if you have the forehand, it's just a spike forehand It's not too far. You can definitely reach it if you have any kind of forehand power. But I'm not going to be able to reach that with the Proto Rickies today. We're going to go Anheuser and see if we can get it to hold a flex with a beat-in Proto here. See if we can get it to hold that far left. Whoa, right. Oh, I gave it too much. Oh, that was definitely fighting out of it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Ooh, that would have been so embarrassing. Hey, you missed your 8-footer? Shh. All right, we're getting into birdie alley for this particular round. Straight shot. Got a little bit of tailwind right to leftish. Oh, I did not commit to that right. It's gonna be a little short, I think, but it's a putt. Circle's edge. I gotta putt before the wind knocks it over. I gotta put it before the wind knocks it over this time for real. Oh, robbed. Why didn't I just do that the first time? Another short hole that I can definitely get. We got my Hulkmeister here. Got some greens, and it's more pinkish than purple, but definitely has a purple hue to it. Right to left wind again for today. OB fence on the left. Got to give it lots of space. Too far right, but if the wind works, oh, it's dropping it. It's got to push it. Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That is definitely a putt. Feels like it's been a minute since I got in a birdie. Why am I doing this with the bag? That would have been embarrassing. All right, there's one though. It is amazing how fast time flies here at Door. I'm actually through 9 holes, didn't even realize it. I am 4 down, which means I have to shoot a perfect back 9 to get gold. And it's gonna be a tough one. I don't know why. Today's just my unlucky day. Another strict headwind for this par 4 as well. Also, I was mistaken. There's 4 par 4s. So that should help me because I have 3 par 4s coming up on this back 9. As long as I get 3s on all of them, we are on pace for a gold. Yeah, that'll work. Not real good position. I'd rather be a little farther right, but good distance, which is what I was worried about mostly on that shot, because last time I threw it, it was like 200 feet in that nose-up headwind. A tough green for me today. Like I said, I'd rather be a little more right, so I had an entry into the green. Normally, I throw like a driver forehand pitch and get into it. In fact, my driver normally gets this far, so like, good rip with the putter. I don't really have a better play. I can't go up because of the wind, so I'm gonna throw this Anheuser on the right side, just try to curl around trees and just punch at the woods, and hopefully I get kind of just lucky. I don't really have a better play than this right now. 1 out of 1 done. It's not gonna hyzer in time. Oh, you know what? That's a putt. That's an actual putt. I have a chance. I didn't really mention it. There's a Plinko little stream running through what I just threw through, so I could have gone OB for sure. Got very fortunate. Executed the plan perfectly. Got a birdie, because this is one of the par 4s. Take advantage of it where I can. As I mentioned, there is a Mando on this hole. There's a tree on the right side where you have to throw left of it, so it makes this hole a dogleg left to right. And that's to protect, there's some holes over there on the right side, some little chip and putts around the river or the stream that we're gonna have to play around. So they want you to avoid that. So I don't mind if I go a little left, but I really want to land far enough left to be able to see the basket on my next shot with maybe a little turnover if I have to. Really let loose on that. It's gonna be really good angle, but I think because I missed so far left, it'll make the second shot to the basket really long. We'll just have to see. I actually got well past the Mando tree. I'm a little impressed with it. And this distance is not undoable. Wind's a little more headwind though, so it's gonna be a big pump going with the rosy red one. That needs to swing. I'm not exposing the plate. It's not going to. Yeah, too little, too late. All right, little tailwind putt. Need to make this. Heck yeah. Coolio, Delio. I haven't really spoken about this putter as a putting putter yet, mostly because I don't even think about it within that lens, but you certainly could. It's definitely much more stable. Honestly, for me, just like first reaction, I would think I would use it for headwind putts rather than my zone, depending on the intensity of that wind. And I like that more than the zone because I really don't change a whole lot. Because I putt with Lunas, which are already a pretty overstable disc at slow speed. So like, I don't really change a whole lot other than just the depth and bead, which for me isn't a big change. For some of you right now, oh my God, that's a huge change. I get it, but I don't think it's a huge change for me. All right, this hole has a creek behind it. It's gonna be OB on or over, essentially that creek. They're for the tournament that I'm hosting here. So you don't wanna go too far, but you also don't wanna go too short because then you have a death putt and you might as well lay up anyway, so. Flipped up from the wind. There's the stability of the disc. It's gonna come up a little short. Yeah, and that's a putt. Ooh, good thing this thing is a little stable because I missed right for sure. I don't think I'll do it for this event, but this is a hole I'd like to put an island on. It's just in the field. There's not a whole lot. Put a putt from circle's edge, because if it's really windy and you're missing the island, then that putt's really scary. If there is no wind, you miss the island, then you get a fair putt. I don't know why I just did that. Made that a way harder throw than it should have been. I should have just gone up the gut at the basket. I don't know why I played hyzer, making it harder. Giving myself a headwind putt. Oh, I'm glad I putted the first one first. Secretly, maybe, ooh, I don't think I'm recording. I am. Secretly, maybe the most dangerous hole on the course. There's a drop off with the river right behind it. There is a tunnel directly behind the basket, so if you throw something really straight, finishing, and you get it at the right angle, you just push past the basket, you won't have any trouble, but you have a bit of a comeback putt. Ooh, that was not at it, that was left of it. This is where the danger comes in. Okay, just short of the river. Basket high, but I definitely let this leak out left. Should have put it where I said, in a little right of the basket. Doesn't matter, oh whoa. Can you name that band? If you can, I'd be, one, really impressed, and two, don't admit it. It's a trap. This hole has some dangers. There's some like thick prickers on the left side. There used to be in the past. I'm assuming they're still there. So you really don't want to go left. This wind is horrible for it because currently it's right to left. So we got to put this way out left. Let it swing back. Luckily it's kind of short, so I don't have to worry too hard about throwing it too hard. You know what I mean? That was embarrassing to say just now. That felt really good. Wind swing. Ooh, awesome, awesome finish. Definitely don't want to be left because all those prickers are right there. Big ickies. I think I've gotten a birdie on every hole since 10, so I think the gold is actually still alive. Although the next two holes are probably the ones that will finish it, if any holes do. This hole coming up is tough with the putter only. If you have good power and you can throw 400, you might get an eagle on it. But this is a par 4 on you just as well. So I could get a 3 here and still be in the running. My only goal for this shot is, one, don't go OB left because that'd be embarrassing. And if your disc does go OB, even in the tournament, you better not get it because I'll DQ you. But for this hole, there's a couple trees on the right side. I'm just trying to get right of those trees because it makes the approach shot open, which is all I care about. Yeah, it's gonna be really short, but it's well right of the trees and it should open up a shot to the basket. Usually, I'm trying to think of like what zone I'm gonna use to like lay up because I'm much closer. This one I'm thinking, what proto am I gonna have to throw almost full length? Got right of the basket, it just needs to settle, settle, settle. Ooh, gave myself an ugly putt. Long and left, nope, I'm short and left, I'm a little noodle arm. Ooh, let's go. Let's go, birdie. Hole 17. I can't believe I have a chance for goals right now. This is kind of exciting. This is the hole I think is going to get me. even though I've been playing really, really well down the stretch here, getting into hole 17, if any hole was gonna get me, it's this one. And it's not because of the wind, which is a right to left here, but because of the distance. I'm not sure I can get this disc that far. I think it's a little over 300. I know several people who have thrown this who can get it 330 already. They say it goes forever. I haven't quite gotten that kind of distance out of it yet. But if today, oh, you know what? Let's switch this disc, hold on. Let's get the slightly flippier one. See if we can get it on the perfect angle and get it to ride. Ugh! Oh, it's so close to being good. No. Oh, go. Oh, that's a putt. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I mean, let's go. I'm not overexcited to earn a gold medal, maybe. Okay, now I'm kind of nervous. Crap. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Why does it look like there's horse poo in the fairway? Says it's about 250. There's a limited ceiling here that prevents you from being able to go up. I'm gonna throw kind of a flat shot. This one's the beat-in one, so I'm gonna let it flip over a little bit, hopefully longer, and give myself a look. Can't do the ground action. There's a lot of like mole spots, so there's not a lot of scooting to be had. Oh, I hit the angle. It's got a set. It's got a set. Let's go. If you're interested in participating in future challenges, you can sign up at discgolfchallenge.com. Use code ZACHO_disc for a little extra discount when you sign up, as well as if you purchase anything on the site. It supports me. It helps you. Why not? We're going to switch putters again. It worked last time. Really, really well. He's putting for the United States National Championship. Thankfully, he doesn't put pressure on himself like this when he's playing for a challenge on hole 18 at some rinky-dink course called Dorr, Michigan, where he's playing pitch and putt. The hush comes over the crowd. Let's go! Whew. Feels good to get that off my back. Finally earned my first gold medal here. Oh, PR out here too. Like, I'm just having a day. These Proto putters here from Ricky, if you haven't gotten one, you need to get one. These things are amazing. And I'm a pretty bad disc golfer, so it definitely made up for my lack of game. You can go get your own at Great Lakes Disc. If you use the link in the description below, you get an extra discount, don't forget. Or you can go onto Discraft Store and get one from there when they're available. Oh, I just feel so relieved right now.
Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm gonna go home and eat spaghetti.